Welcome to the TTC Wheel-Trans online booking video help series. In this video, we will be covering booking a regular trip. Let's get started. To log in, go to mywheel-trans.ttc.ca. Enter your Wheel-Trans customer number. The number can range from 2 to 6 digits. Now, enter your password. If you use the old online system, your password has not changed and you can continue to use the same password. If you are a first-time user, your password is your month and day of birth. For example, May 31st would be 0531. Once you have entered your user ID and password, click Login, and you will be taken to the At a Glance screen. To book a regular trip, click on Book a Trip in the red header at the top of the page. A new page will appear that shows two choices: book an occasional trip and book a regular trip. An occasional trip is a trip that will happen only once. A regular trip is a reoccurring trip that must be booked at least 8 days in advance. To book a regular trip, click on Select under Book a Regular Trip. Click on One Way, Round Trip, or Multi-Trip. In the entry field marked A, enter the address of your trip's origin. If you have any favorite addresses stored and registered, you can click on the heart icon to see your list and then click on the one that you wish to use. You can store up to 9 favorites. You can click on the clock icon to add an address of the trip you've taken recently. Anytime that you book a new address, it will be added to your recent places list. There is no limit to the number of addresses that are stored in this list, but an address that has not been used in 18 months will drop off your list. When entering an address, you may see a landmark icon. These are designated TTC Wheel-Trans stops and pickup locations. Please select a landmark location whenever available. In the box marked B, enter the address of your destination. Next, you must select whether you want to book your trip based on your departure time or arrival time. Click on Depart at or Arrive by under the address selection fields to select an option. Then click the boxes below to select the time. Click the plus sign on the right side of the Assistive Devices box to see the assistive devices you are expected to have. Assisted devices are stored for you and will default to your primary assistive device. If you do not use any assistive devices, you do not need to click on Assistive Devices. The next selection is Passenger Information. If you are traveling with an attendant or companion, please enter their information here. Enter attendant or number of companions along with any assistive devices. Use the Add button on the bottom right to add devices for your attendant and/or companions. Lastly, you must enter the time period and frequency of your regular trip. Enter the start date using the calendar icon on the right side of the Start Date box. Note that regular trips do not have to be repeated indefinitely. You can choose an end date for your subscription as well. Click on the days that you are not traveling so that only the day you are traveling is highlighted, and then enter the frequency. If you still want to keep your trips that coincide with statutory holidays, click the box marked Preserve Service during holidays. Then click Search Trip. A new screen will open with the details of your trip. If you are an unconditional customer, the trip detailed will always be door-to-door service. If, as an unconditional customer, you prefer a family of services trip, please contact Wheel-Trans Reservations at 416-393-4222. If you are a conditional customer, the trip presented will be a family of services trip, where applicable. If you are satisfied with the information presented, Click Submit Request. A page titled Your Request has been submitted will open and state that you will be notified when it has been processed. Currently, regular trips cannot be modified online. Please contact Wheel-Trans Reservations at 416-393-4222 to modify a regular trip. These steps apply to booking a one-way trip, round trip, or a multi-trip.